Welcome to Financial Snickens, your bite-sized information for entrepreneurs. I'm your host, Elisa McCabe, and today we're going to be talking about how great companies help employees find joy. We're going to be talking about the 4 Gs and how leaders can create a culture in which employees are happier. So the other day, I was speaking with a longtime friend, and she was telling me about how unhappy and unmotivated she was at the job where she's worked at for many years. And she said that once she starts her day, she gets into a routine and everything's fine. But our conversation left me thinking, what is the joy of working? I often think of her and then I think what kind of job would she like to do? But then, because I'm a problem solver, but then I realized it's not the job, it's the culture. And ultimately, it's the company leaders that she's unhappy with. So company culture is one of the strongest forces for happy employees. And the number one thing why employees stay with a company. And the leaders are the ones who are creating the culture and delivering the message. So Shawn Achor wrote this book called Happiness Advantage, and he talks about the power that people have to influence those around them. So one of my favorite quotes from the book is how many well-meaning managers shoot themselves in the foot when they remind those under them at work of their weaknesses. Conversely, when a manager openly expresses his faith in employees' skills, he doesn't just improve mood and motivation, he actually improves the likelihood of succeeding. So I loved this because how many times do you tell somebody what they've done wrong and forget to praise them about all the good things that they do? As a manager and as a leader, you need to have faith in your employees and constantly talk about all the good things they're doing. I'm not saying ignore their weaknesses or the things that they're doing wrong. You absolutely have to address those. But when you start to make it at the forefront that, hey, you're really good at this and I'm so glad for you, and give them kudos about all the good things they're doing, it will improve their mood, their motivation, and the likelihood of them staying. And a great example of putting this happiness and putting, this influence was a company called Mod Pizza. The owners were Allie and Scott Svensson, and they possessed the 4 Gs, which I love. And the 4 Gs are gratitude, generosity, growth, and grit. And those are things that Shawn talked about in his book. So they started this pizza business, and they knew that the world didn't need more pizza, but they wanted to create a place where people could be themselves and do work that meant something and to earn money doing it. And Allie mentions that almost daily, she would get an email about how her team went above and beyond to help others. And their ideas can be translated into any company culture using those 4 Gs. The first one was gratitude. So it was showing respect and being thankful opportunities. And business owners are here to serve others. And once we realize that, it will help make everything in your culture become people first. And that's when you can start to hire people who'll be grateful to have an opportunity to work for you and in the environment you create. The Svenssons, who owned Mod Pizza, they set out to hire employees with intellectual disabilities or those who were formerly incarcerated. And this strategy succeeded because the team members were already grateful for someone giving them a chance to succeed. Number 2 G is generosity. Being a big-hearted and kind, giving team members a chance to grow and being generous with them, with your time, with your encouragement, education, and empowerment. When you do these 4 things as a leader, and I can't stress on this, it's important to spend time with your team and to let them feel as though they're the most important thing to you. And also encouragement. There is nothing like encouraging your team to do better and being their cheerleader. Providing them with education is incredibly important. Also, anytime you can increase their skill set, they will be grateful for that. And then that also leads to the last one, empowerment. It allows them to do more work and they feel as though they are better people, better at what they do, and allows you to have better employees. All right. So the third G is growth. Keep pushing yourself as an employee and a leader to grow more and grow personally. These results in growth for the company, and employees want to help customers more and welcome new team members into this growth. Grit. This is one of my favorites because so many people leave this out. Look, stuff's going to hit the fan. It just happens. It always does. In any company, you're always going to be challenged, but don't give up. Choose another way to do something and to have the courage to pick yourself up and try again. That is grit. So the 4 G's apply to leaders and teams. And look, if we embrace them, we're going to start to ingrain them into our cultures. And even if you're in a situation where your manager isn't practicing the 4 G's and you're the employee, you can start, and it's contagious. People notice how you make them feel, and they might even start to love their jobs. If you want to talk more about company culture, head over to my website at firststepsfinancial.com, or you can email me at elisa@firststepsfinancial.com, and we can chat more about this. We can talk about the 4 G's. We can talk about company culture and how they all work together. Looking forward to talking to you.